From the Oakland Coliseum, the House of Horrors, NBC aired one of the AFL's great rivalries. Daryl LaMonica's Raiders hosting Joe Namath's New York Jets. The game evolved into an epic seesaw battle best told by the legendary voice of John Facenda.
The lead changed back and forth 6 times before the score was finally tied at 29-all. Then the Jets' Jim Turner kicked a 26-yard field goal, and the Jets had the lead with 1 minute 5 seconds left.
At 7 p.m., NBC had scheduled a kids' movie named Heidi.
It was determined to air Heidi at 7 o'clock, and if football wasn't over, we would still go to Heidi at 7 o'clock.
NBC executives wishing to stay with the game failed in their frantic efforts to contact the broadcast center. Thousands of concerned viewers had flooded the phone lines and blown out the switchboard.
I thought, well, I have not been given any countermanding order, so I've got to do what we agreed to do.
While Charlie Smith gained 20 yards, the network televising the game made the classic blunder. NBC turned off the uncompleted game in favor of a kiddie special called Heidi.
The guy pushes the button at 7 o'clock, and away they went. And here's the game going right down the crapper.
And I breathed a big sigh of relief. I'm sure I was the only person in the country who did.
While NBC viewers, except those on the West Coast, were subjected to Heidi frolicking among mountain goats. The Raiders made goats of NBC.
Monica to Charlie Smith, and he scores! What a game!
On the subsequent kickoff, Jets teammates collided. The Raiders recovered the fumble for their second touchdown in 9 seconds and went on to win by 11 points.
And the Oakland Coliseum became an enormous secret love-in called the Heidi Bowl.
We knew that we won the game. The people in the stadium knew we won the game. But the people that were watching on television across the country thought that the Jets won and we lost.
So we ran a flashcast in a little crawl informing everybody of the final score.
It was where the little girl cousin who has been crippled is trying desperately to walk for the first time. I jumped up and screamed, "Oh, God!"
The screams in New York lingered long after the game ended.
I landed at the airport. My father said, "What's wrong?" He said, "You should be happy because you guys beat the Raiders." I said, "Dad, what are you talking about?" He said, "When they interrupted the game, you guys were up by 7, 8 points or whatever it was." I said, "Yeah, but we lost the game by 11. Oh, that girl is interrupting my life again.
I do recall about a week after the show went on the air that NBC took out a full-page ad with great quotes from the critics about Heidi. The very last quote was, "Well, I didn't get to see the show, but I hear it was real good. Signed, Joe Namath."
The '68 Jets-Raiders game was voted the greatest regular season contest of all time. Not because of Don Maynard's 228 receiving yards, still a Jets record, or even the Raiders' 9-second scoring explosion, but for a little girl who stole the show.
That was the greatest promotion that the AFL ever had, was the Heidi game.
I don't know, 10 years earlier, if you did the same thing on a telecast, would you get that kind of an uproar? I don't know, but you sure did at that point in time, and it sure lets you know that you better not take my football away from me at 7 o'clock.